Yo, right now you're listening to Nothing Major, Nothing Mad, just a Nothing But Music podcast. We got myself, Benzo in the building, and with my brother H.
And we're back. What are you saying?
What you saying, man? I'm good, man. What you saying? You good over there?
Chilling, man. Again, thank you for the support on the last episode. Again, the support's been mad. And people really enjoyed the last topic on cancel culture. They thought that was really interesting.
And people they seem to enjoy us talking about the top 3 albums as well. I mean, I got some good reception on that one, some interesting takes on that one. I mean, feel free to message us of your top 3 albums as well.
Yeah, man, we love to hear that.
Yeah, man. So it was good. It was good to see. And I think what me and H wanted to tell you is that, yeah, man, don't feel free to revisit your old albums. Go back and just reflect on the good music that you've received in the past couple of years of your life.
Yeah, man. Like, literally, one of my boys was saying this podcast has encouraged him to go back and revisit songs from his past that he might have forgotten.
Yeah.
And bruv, like, literally, I was just going through, listening to old Pitbull and all sorts. So I was like, right, like, these are tunes. Pitbull,
man.
the board.
Oh, my man, the rats are like 10 million miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see that still.
Yeah, man, revisit old albums. Like, they don't make them like they used to. That's for sure.
Nah, for sure. I mean, you still got a couple that do their thing, and it's like, yeah, like it's good. Like certain days, I think when you get listening to what's in the mix all the time, I don't know, man. Sometimes you might just. Well, for me personally, I just lose that. Sometimes I might lose the essence of what music is about, but certain albums, like I just mentioned, just brings me back. And what I mentioned last episode, they just bring me back to good music. And I think it's good to just hear an album that's constructed well and that what you might have a bit of nostalgia attached to it. And yeah, man, it's just a good vibe all around, man. When the sun's out and that, you fling on a nice little album that you might have played when you finish your Sats in year 6 or something like that. You get me? So yeah, man, that's the message that I get across.
But we wanted to talk about a couple things this week. One of those were collab albums.
Collab albums, yeah, for sure.
And I mean, you thought that because Lil Baby and Lil Durk announced the collab album?
Yeah, they got an album, I think it's called The Voice and The Hero, coming out soon. I mean, me personally, I'm looking forward to it, but I have my doubts. And that's only because with collab albums, a lot of the time, they have a risk of just throwing songs together. And I think if they actually took time in creating a cohesive project, this could be some legendary stuff. But if it's just going to be like, I don't know, just something they made when they're just rusting in the studio and just vibes and chilling, and it's just like, yeah, man, it's not.
I hope it's not just for the streams. I really do hope that album isn't just for the commercials
because they both have the ability to do.
Yeah, and they both do vibe well together. I mean,
they haven't missed on a song together. Yeah, I recall that they haven't missed, whether it's a vibey one or a deep one. They haven't missed, so it should be good. And I think if they do it properly, I hope it inspires more people to do, because there's a lot of people whose sounds merge well together, I think.
Yeah, and
it's like, yeah, I think we should talk about later on we should talk about who we'd want as a collab album.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, later on,
but
go on.
There's a lot of positives, a lot of negatives with collab albums. Like, people have a lot to say. People have a lot, people love collab albums. I love album, like, for example, World on Drugs, Future and Juice WRLD. For me, that was a great project. Like,
so you see with World on Drugs, yeah, that album, I think, that was that in the SoundCloud era?
Not really. I mean, Juice WRLD was like, emerged from that SoundCloud era, but it wasn't really. This was when he came up, and this was when he really started to find his lane.
Yeah,
started to do his thing.
So what year was that? Because I'm going
to say 2018.
Oh, was it 2018?
I think it's 2018.
I thought it'd have been a bit soon, earlier than that. Okay, then cool. Then yeah, because I think Future does a lot of collab albums, doesn't he? Future
does, yeah. I mean, he's collabed with Lil Uzi,
Drake.
Yeah.
He's done 5, I'm sure. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
He's someone that does collab albums really, really well.
He ain't done a Young Thug one, has he? Nah.
Yes, he has.
Is it?
Super Slimy, yeah.
Yeah, see that Slimy.
That was a hard album as well. That was not an album, mixtape, innit?
The mixtape, yeah. But still was a project, hard. Yeah. No, I think Future does it. Future is definitely a pioneer in our generation for the collab albums. Because he literally done one last year with Uzi.
He does it without making it seem like he does it out of a genuine place of, I really fuck with this other rapper. But the problem that a lot of people have with collab albums is that it seems sometimes, in a lot of cases, it does seem quite forced. And a lot of times it is the case of, two labels saying to each other, right,
let's make some money.
Yeah, let's make some money. Let's break bread and let's make these two jump on a tune together.
Yeah.
Two artists that really that you would never have thought would have jumped on a track together.
But you know what it is, yeah? The one I didn't like of Future was, which I got that kind of vibe from, was What a Time to Be Alive.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that album. Some people love it. But with me, I just think
I like that.
I think there's a good couple. You know what it is? I just thought like, I just think Drake, when I hear, I got a lazy vibe from Drake. Like, he's got a song there that we got some really big rings. I'm like, okay, mate. Like, even Jumpman, I just think that, really, guys? Like, I don't know, man. It wasn't really for me, innit? But I'm not used to you. But
Jumpman does have insane replay value, though. To this day, that tune rings off.
Replay value? Oh, you mean that it still goes up on the club?
Yeah.
But I think that's the Drake effect, though, man. Like, whatever Drake puts, that's gonna have like.
I think that's the Future on the chorus effect.
Oh yeah, because Future, it's like it just comes natural to him, just to create a vibe.
Just a vibe, like. Yeah, man. And he does it really well.
Yeah, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that one there. You know what? The ones I like though, the ones like from the old school, I like to like I wouldn't say collab because it wasn't just that two artists. It'll be like a whole bunch of artists, or like Rich Gang. When they used to do their thing with like when Birdman used to get Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan to do their thing. Woof. Hard, man. They got some bangers there. Lifestyle, Tell 'em. Hey, that whole Rich Gang, the tour, I think it's a tour part 1. Solid album. The first Rich Gang album when they had like songs like Tap Out, Dreams Come True, We've Been On, like all the Young Money. When knowing that Young Money was in their prime and them albums are solid still. Like them albums, it was like the Avengers assembling kind of thing. But I think now it's just less than, I don't know, because obviously we had DJ Khaled just an album today, innit? Yeah. Like, what are you saying for that?
I enjoyed that album. I mean, I didn't really sit down and properly give it a full, thorough listen.
Yeah.
But I, as I do, I listen to at least a minute of each song, and and I liked it. There were some good songs on there, and I liked the fact that he brought on. Because he knows that he has a young audience. He knows that because he's got tracks with Justin Bieber on there, a couple tracks with Justin Bieber.
You think he has a young audience though?
Yeah, he's got a couple. I mean, he's that tune with Drake, Grease. That's all over TikTok.
That song's rubbish, man.
Yeah, shit song, but it's all over TikTok. And Justin Bieber appears twice on that album.
I feel like, I don't think it's just a young audience. I feel like he has a range.
He has a range.
He's been outside for a long time, like he's been rapping from when I was a kid. Not rapping, but making, creating records since I was a kid. So it's like, I think he is trying to merge, because this is his first album in the new decade. And I think he's trying to find his feet. However, I don't know, man. I feel like his projects, he just, a lot of the time, he does throw stuff together. Like, because DJ Khaled used to have, but when he first came out, he used to have bangers like I'm On One.
Yeah.
No New Friends, like classics. But now it just feels like overproduced, overmarketed. Like, I don't think overmarketed, but it's like overproduced. Let's just throw things together. Let's throw Beyonce, Jay-Z, and
let's just combine all of our powers as popular musicians to generate streaming income.
Yeah, and it's too evident in the song sometimes, because there's a song that Beyonce, Future, and Jay-Z got called Top Off. I did not like that tune, you know what I'm saying? It was just a bit like, again, overproduced. Like, it's not the kind of the vibe. I feel like if he's strategic, I think he needs to be more strategic in how he picks things that, like, because I don't think the songs merge together.
You don't think he curates it well?
Yeah, but I don't think he does that. But however, this album, when I heard it, there were some good songs on it. So I listened to it today and I gave it a proper listen. And I heard the Migos, Her, reggae, funky beat, hard. But
what do you think about the one with Buju Banton?
It was alright.
The last track.
It was
alright. I thought it
was hard. It was alright. I mean, I like how he taps into different cultures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jamaican.
And I like the fact that he's brought, like, I really respected the fact that, like, fam, he's bringing back Justin Timberlake. He's bringing Nas and Jay-Z and all of these men all on a project. Like, I think
it's a statement.
It definitely is.
But is the statement a proper statement? Like, is it just like you got them on? Is it names? Is it timeless? Like, I don't really hear about people saying this DJ Khaled album. Like, I don't really hear that. I hear this DJ Khaled song. I don't hear this DJ Khaled album. Like, this album start to finish. Like, I don't hear that. I haven't heard that ever.
I think it's very difficult to like curate an album because he doesn't add any sort of. Like, he just says DJ Khaled. Like, he doesn't.
Iconic,
you get me?
though.
But it's hard to curate songs like that from a bunch of different artists with very different styles. Like on this mixtape, on this album, sorry, it's like you have DaBaby and all sorts, everyone with very different styles, and it's very hard to merge that. So I do understand. I mean, that.
However, he did get the best out of some artists that I didn't think he'd get the best out of.
Like who?
Cardi B. And
yeah,
that song was hard.
the beat really did help her. I think
but
she
what
does.
She's saying, like, it's not just, it's a bit more like messaging there. Like, it's a bit more storytelling, a bit more, I was broke, but I never hated. Like, I would have heard that from Cardi. Meg Thee Stallion, her verse was solid. I didn't think he would bring the best out of her because I saw. However, I just think there's a lot of overproduction going on. So that song with Meg Thee Stallion, actually, with Post Malone and DaBaby.
Yeah.
The beat was just hectic. But I just think maybe he thinks that because all these artists are on the song, it's just like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I might get to his head, I don't know, but I just feel like with DJ Khaled, I think he might have to just reduce the size of his album maybe and just make it, and just think, like, let me just make a, you know what I'm saying, like a proper smooth sailing project.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, speaking of the size of the album, I was very surprised at what the size of the album was. Just 14 tracks? Something like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, but...
What do you mean? What's crazy about it? Too long, too short?
I mean, not. I wouldn't say it's too short. I just thought I would have expected it to be 28, 30 tracks with the entire music industry on it. Like, do you get me? I expected that because, I mean, like we said in episode 1, if you haven't check that out now. But yeah, I mean, because of the streaming value, innit? Yeah,
the streaming value is strong because DJ Khaled. He's a very, I'd say, likable personality. Like, he's funny. I won't lie, man. He's funny. So I think that will always be a pull factor for him. And he has, like, iconic moments, like, you smart, you loyal, from like Hold You Down days. That song's a banger.
It's culturally relevant.
Very relevant to this day.
And his producer tag is one of the most iconic producer tags in music.
But let's move on to another collab project. What are you saying for the... So we go to the UK now. Did you hear Any Minute Now, Young Ads, Young Bane? Did you hear that one?
Is that the one with
Young
that house in the...
Yeah.
I like that album a couple of tunes. Rap Saved Me.
Yeah, I think that album was very concise. It wasn't too long. I believe it was like 7 songs.
Yeah.
I don't really recall any like bad song, and I think that was a good album. I think that's probably one of DB's top 2. Many say it's their best, and I think they picked someone that had a similar sound to them.
Yeah.
And that merged as well. I think they had their friends, so the chemistry was there.
Exactly.
It was I think that was organic. A good album. I think if more people would make it more organic.
Yeah, exactly.
Then M. Huncho, Nate Small. What do you think about that? Did you hear that one?
They released a collab album.
Yeah, last year they had M. Huncho, but again, I think it was good. I think maybe should have made it a bit shorter. But I think with the collab albums, I feel like you should just give them no more than 10, I don't think.
The thing is, like, I like the fact that, like you said, like, you know, M. Huncho and my man Nate Smalls and my man DJ, not DJ, D Block and
you said my man and
my man and my men. I mean, the reason I like those collab albums, the concepts of those, is because you can see that that's an organic relationship. That's a relationship based on these two artists are friends, and they, more than that, their styles complement each other very well.
Very well. I mean,
it's not from it's not from a financial interest. They didn't look at that and be like, we're gonna break bread, we're gonna stream. Do you get me? It's not two labels saying, let's just put our best cash cows together and make the biggest cash cow. No,
I agree.
Do you get me? It's very organic, and that's why people fuck with it.
What are you saying for what do you think about movie soundtracks? Because for me, I always thought the Fast and Furious ones are just a bit of a mess. Like,
I mean, there's a lot on there, innit? But the thing is, with that, it's like Fast and Furious there's a lot going on in them films as well. Like, so you have to have a bunch of, you'll have Spanish, you'll have this and that. Like, We're literally talking about Danza Kuduro, that banger, man. If that's the one from Fast and Furious, like
Oh, scene,
banger, man.
Scene, yeah, no, that Fast and Furious, they come consistent with it. I give it to them. They actually get a lot of relevant artists. They think they must have good A&Rs for their album to pick out who's the best to go on the songs. I did like, there's a song called Judas and the Black Messiah.
Who's that by?
It's by Daniel Kaluuya. That's what he won the Oscar for the other day. Big up Daniel Kaluuya, local lad. Hold on, please don't pronounce his name right. But yeah. So as I'm saying, big up him anyway. His that album where they had like Lil Durk on there, they had G Herbo, they had Nas on there. Like that album just flowed well. I recommend you to listen to that. So that album was so like proper hip hop on there, mixed with the current. It was good.
What's the name of the album?
Brother, Judas and the Black Messiah, the soundtrack.
Okay.
You put it in the spot. What's the name? My mind went missing. But yeah, man. With collab albums, who would you want to see in the future?
Who would I want to see a collab album between? That's a very good question. I would want to see, to be honest, someone like Nines and a female artist, or Pot of Paper and a female artist. I think their styles would really work well because you see Pot of Paper, especially his samples that he uses in his tracks have a lot of female vocals in them already. You know, a lot of kind of high pitched, just like singing kind of, you know, them kind of samples. And I think if he hopped on a little collab mixtape with a UK artist, a UK female artist.
I just knew what he'd done. I
had to do the best I could, man.
I was just like, what's it? I was scared.
I don't know if, like, you know, I'm allowed to play the sample, copyright issues, whatever. So I'm just going to use my voice.
Oh, yeah, them beats. I know what you're talking about. Pot of Paper will be...
Yeah, man, like them...
Let's think, that's actually a good one. Pot of Paper and a female artist.
Yeah, man, I feel like Nines and a female artist as well.
You mean a female singer, yeah?
A female singer, yes. Yeah. Not a female rapper, a female singer.
I don't know. Because I know
with a sweet voice.
With the album, with them ones, yeah. I just feel like if it was a female singer for all the album, I don't know, I think it'd get kind of played out. Like, imagine if Ashanti had Ja Rule every single song. It'd be mad. But like with Nines, we are old at Nines and Scraps mixtape. We are old that as UK citizens, we are old at Nines and Scripts. Scrap? Whoa.
Scripts.
Nines and Scraps.
Yeah.
Mixtape. Yeah, because them two, they've been giving us solid bodies of work for too long.
Yeah.
And obviously in the same clique, and they should be giving us a mixtape because they would, I think, I don't know. Hopefully I don't, because Nines is retiring soon. I'm hearing this talks about Nines and Fredo, because I'll say, yo, you better give it to Scraps before you give it to Fredo. They got Fredo, but you better get it
I'm
to
surprised
Scraps.
he hasn't given it to Scraps.
Yeah, man, give it to Scraps. The streets are needing that. We need that. Also, I would love to see, I will never get it, but I would love to see a J. Cole plus a J. Cole and the Rod Wave album.
Oh, yeah.
J. Cole got the soul and the real stuff. Rod Wave got the real stuff with it in the singing way. Like J. Cole, I'm telling you, I need to see him on that. Just be J. Cole, but let a young brother just take the reins a bit and just give him the choruses and things like that, man. Yeah, man, boy, that'd be powerful, man. Who else you saying?
That's a difficult one, man. I really got to pick my brain, but I feel like. I feel like I'm really just into that, you know, them kind of samples, like I was saying, innit? The Pot of Papers kind of samples. And
I hear you still.
I really do feel like that would be a cold sort of collab, innit? Like a proper grimy rapper, innit? So I feel like it could be Pot of Paper, could be Nines, it could be Scraps even.
I could say Potter or just not even a collaborating with a singer. I wouldn't collaborate with like a live orchestra band. If that counts.
Yeah, man. I don't know if do you watch that stuff on YouTube? Like it'll be like rapper in front of like a live audience. So it'll be like Lil Durk.
Yeah. If Potter done something like that, boy, because you know the song King's Blood or Training Day 3. My lord, like that beat, I could listen to a whole album of Potter that vibe.
Yeah.
Give me that with a live band and he performs that live. I'll pay the ticket. And to go see that live. And actually makes a good segue to our next topic, actually. Live shows, yeah.
I mean, that's... festivals in particular, that's a big one. And yeah, there's that thing you posted on your page, that Twitter talk.
Oh yeah.
So what was it? What was that? What was the tweet?
Well,
Some girl was saying basically the point of the tweet was
give some context.
That lineups are becoming shitter over the years. And what she means by that, she posted a picture of, she actually gave the worst example as well. It was like Major Lazer in fucking 2009, and then now it's like
basically,
Young Thug.
The wireless lineup got announced this week, innit? And there was just bare uproar. And
I don't get it. I don't get why.
I don't get it, because obviously, okay, let me just run through. I don't want to read all the names, but obviously Friday, you got Future, DB, Diggity, Gunna, I've run down Little Baby, most of that, so Unknown T, and obviously Millions. Saturday, Skepta, A Boogie, Central C, Darko, Nines, Polo G, and others. And Sunday, you got Migos, Abracadabra, Chip, Dig That, Heady One, Honcho, Pot of Paper, Rick Ross, Young Thug. Now, if I look at that list now, because this is what I want to get into people on Twitter, because I've been meaning to get my stuff on my chest about this topic, you know.
Yeah.
Because, like, everyone on Twitter was like, oh, this is a rubbish lineup. I'm like, what more would you have wanted? My thing is this, innit? Everyone that's popping in the UK is on that list.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I feel like they really responded to the backlash they got last year, because the lineup for, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but there was a lineup and it was mostly American acts. It was mostly American acts. And people were pissed. They said, "What? How are you allowing that to happen?" Like,
and let's be real, like, a lot of these people are complaining. I'm like, when I ask, some people are complaining that I know, and I asked them that, what would you rather want? Oh, in America, you could have got this, that. Like, I'm like, listen, first of all, Lil Durk can't come because of the police stuff. Youngboy's in jail. The rest of them, they're good, but they're not that well known to be sending out wireless main stages. So it's like, what would you have wanted? I don't understand. And then the tweet that the girl said, what we got to get onto is, was it a girl? No, it was actually a man. Is it wireless that's gone downhill, or is it popular music that's gone downhill?
Oh,
and
my
I think
God.
it could be. I think it's probably popular music that's gone downhill. That's what I was thinking. I couldn't articulate it at first, but my thing was, are you just more upset? I feel like the standard of popular music has gone downhill. So when you're seeing it as a list, you're like, oh, this is dead. But for me, I'm thinking this is like everyone that's making moves in the UK, making noise.
Yeah, everyone that's doing their thing. You can't, just because you think it's shit doesn't mean it's shit.
But bear in mind, it's people that are from the purist standpoint, like these men are just some mainstream guys. But you need to realise, like, speaking for the Londoners here, like, like there's like a lot. There's actually a crowd of people that that are from different parts of the UK that worship these artists. You know,
yeah.
Just because for you see it as these are mainstream guys. Cause that's what people complain. Nah, these are some this, that, the other, couple extra people, whatever. But I'm saying that there's bigger people outside. There's a bigger audience outside that accept that loves these artists. So they're gonna cater for them because there's more of them as well as you, as you being from the origin of the music. They're gonna cater for people in Huddersfield and Jack and also from like Bedfordshire and that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a business. People have to remember it's a business. They're turning over a profit. That's the point of a business, right? And so obviously, the biggest genre, the most popular genre in the world right now is rap. So I don't see how it's any question as to why more festivals are including rap in their lineups. Because, bruv, like, okay,
they weren't singers, innit?
Let's go Reading and Leeds Festival, 1999, right? So on the main stage, day one, no rap, Chemical Brothers. Day two, Blur, no rap. Day three, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Offspring. I mean, the entire festival, it's interesting. There's only Ice-T. He's the only rapper in the entire festival, right? And then, what year are we on? This one's 2008. There's still barely any rap because at these times, like, I feel like they really focused on tradition and things like that rather than turning over a profit. These festivals, you get me? Like,
yeah,
Reading Festival's infamously like it's a
because
festival
they had to though, because like stuff. Obviously, like when you're starting a festival, I think you need the origin to really get behind you because it's a representation of that. But when it gets bigger, they're not going to cater for that's just how business works. I'm afraid.
I mean,
like, that's why I'm not surprised by Wireless. I mean, I've got my Saturday tickets. So if anyone's coming Saturday, you can come join me. You know what I'm saying? But because I can't lie, man. That's in South London. You know what I'm saying? It's too local for me not to go.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's in Crystal Palace.
It's in Crystal Palace Park.
Yeah, that's
I've got to go to that, man. What do you mean? You got Nines Meat Mill in my area. Well, in Crystal Palace, but Meat Mill in my jurisdiction.
Yeah, in my general.
Yeah, I've lived to Meat Mill since I was a boy. You know what are you talking about? I'm going. You man can complain that I'm there. Polo G and them things there, but again, it's people. But it's a business, and obviously with Reading and things like Glastonbury, and you understand rock fans are loyal. You know what I'm saying? Rock fans, like them man, they're like rock fans. Their style, even the fashion of rock hasn't even changed from the 60s and that. Them man, that it's a very strict, not strict, but it's a very. It doesn't change. Like rock is this. It's a loyal thing. You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, there's the
evolves
OGs
and changes. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
you know
but there's the OGs and people like the originators of rock music and that the sort of the pioneers back in from the 70s to the 90s, right? Like, and since then there hasn't been anyone as amazing as some of these rock artists, man. And like that's why I think people still to this day just keep banging that. Imagine if rap like past 1990, there wasn't a single artist that even came close to Tupac, or in that sort of selling point in anything. Like the world would just be full of old heads. Everyone would just be loving off Nas, and that just
doesn't evolve. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't evolve. Imagine if we came in there with boom boxes on our shoulders and our high tops to the side and baggy jeans covering our Air Forces.
That's what rap fans would look like if
we didn't evolve. We got to evolve and change, and I feel like so there's a lot of drill. That's another complaint. There's a lot of drill.
Yeah, but it's like
drill's like the most. Most of the popping UK tracks nowadays are drill, innit? So I understand why there's bare drill there.
That sound is, I'd say that sound is the most popular right now. The most
of rap for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's making waves throughout the world, like every corner of the world.
When I do my Thursday roundups and that on my page and that every song is basically drill. Like obviously, there's the indie ones that you don't know about, but you got to search for. But the ones that are hitting them milli views on a regular is drill. Like you get what I'm saying? That's what the people want. That's what the public outside of their origin they love.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, those diehard fans are pissed. And okay, do you get me? That's why the backlash against Reading, a lot of like the core Reading sort of rock fans were like, the guys who went to Reading back in the day were like, raw, it's shit now. But they're looking at the lineup and looking at Lil Uzi Vert in 2019. They're looking at Lil Uzi Vert on the main stage. They're thinking, what the fuck is a Lil Uzi Vert? Who's AJ Tracy? Who's she? Like who's Fredo? Do you get me? They don't know these things. But it's not shit. It's just different. It's just it's just the general.
It's true. It's what people want. And also, such what you said, I don't know, but people just not gonna accept it or they're not. But I'm saying, if you don't buy a ticket, 500 man will. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like you can't be too pure with it. Me, I'm just gonna embrace that. There's a big festival happening in my city and that, and I'm just gonna go with it. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I don't, you know what I'm saying, I won't go again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So that's it, man. I mean, and also what I want to touch on is that ticket prices. I feel like it has priced the working class out of. I don't think it's officially priced, but it's pricing a lot of the majority of working class out of going to concerts and things like that. Because I just checked in America, that it was like the average ticket price in 1996 was $25. And then now it's in 2019, this stat was made in is $91.
Yeah,
the average concert ticket price, you know what I'm saying?
But the price of artists has gone up as well, innit? Like, no one had bus downs back then. Very few people had bus downs back then. Like, rappers are up now. Rappers are up. They make a stupid amount of money now. They didn't used to make this kind of money back then. Nowhere near.
Stupid. Moneybag Yo said he's charging $200,000 for a show. I'm like,
yeah, man. Some artists pay bruv, it's insane the amount they get paid for a show. And you think they're doing like a Europe tour or even like a UK tour.
And something's got to give them because that's what goes to the ticket prices. But I don't know, man. I feel like
someone has to pay for it. Do you get me?
Yeah,
Someone has to feel
pay,
the
you know what I'm
effect of
saying?
it.
Someone has to pay.
And, you know, it's not
Are you
going to
gonna
be
give me a memorable concert though? Like, I've been to a couple concerts and that, and I'm not. Man, I'm not even performing with live bands no more, man. Like, man, I'm just performing over their song.
Yeah.
Like,
over like their lyric, they just play, the DJ's spinning the track and these guys are spitting over
exactly
their own lyrics.
Exactly, like
It's
like,
weird.
is that worth it no more? And I think, is that the standard that we've gotten used to? Because a lot of the generation before us and before that, they're used to just actual like a vibe. That's why when I saw Burna Boy at Afro Nation, God, the band, I respected it so much. Like, that was a performance. You know what I'm saying? I left there thinking, wow, I just seen a show, and if I didn't know a lot of his tunes, but I went back to research his tunes. You get what I'm saying? Because I was like, yeah, like, this is a proper stuff I'm seeing. When you're coming there, you got about 500 of your man them snapping you, and you're snapping the crowd, and you're trying to rap. You're rapping as you're snapping. Like, come on, man.
I feel like
you know
after a certain point, it's just like, if I'm getting 50k to do this show, why? And 50k isn't in the grand. It's a big number, but in the grand scheme of things, in the sort of the hierarchy of what rappers get paid, 50 grand is not that much, right? So if, like, to me, I'd be thinking, okay, if I'm getting 50 grand for this half an hour, 45-minute set, I'm still going to get the 50 grand, whether it's a shit show or whether I jump up and down and it's a mad show, the energy's great. Like, I'm still getting that 50 grand and I'm still getting paid. So I think a lot of rappers sort of like, all right, a lot of artists in general, not just rappers, a lot of artists think, okay, fuck it, innit? If I can get paid for doing the bare minimum, I might as well.
Nah, yeah. A lot of artists do think that. I do think, I don't know. Maybe I don't think they do the bare minimum. It's just like they don't think about things. That's why you gotta respect artists like for example, Kretz and Conan. They do like they went to Alexander Palace and they done the O2 Arena, and their shows, I didn't go, but their shows look so like well orchestrated. Like, they're flying in the sky. Like, they make it an experience. And I think artists need to realize when you're doing shows and you're creating moments like that, it actually keeps your fans with you.
Yeah, because people will remember that for years, bruv. People forget that. For you, it might be a quick 50 grand for a half an hour thing, and you had a fun night, and that's one night out of 100 nights. But for your fans, if you really pattern your show, that will go like
go
the effect of that.
Yes, it will go miles in a man's mind. Like,
yeah, man.
I think I saw little TJ come over, innit? He came over, I saw him. And it's like the energy man had, the vibe that he created. I mean, again, it wasn't no live band, but okay, his music doesn't really require a live band, to be fair. But the effort that he was putting on rapping, the beats was playing in the background, he was just rapping. Like, brother, it was a good performance. And it means that when I left there, I was a solidified Lil TJ fan. However, his album could have been a bit better, but the new one. But that album back then was cold, and I saw it, I was like, yeah, man, this is proper stuff. So I think artists, you're right, like I said, it will stay with them, because I think Central C done a performance in the park.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cold, because it's like, his fans say you're for like 10, and you go into the park, your mates, you see Central C performing that, and it's like, for free, basically. That's a moment. Like, that's why I really do respect him for doing that, because like, he's really invested into his people, like his cult, like his fans. So that's how you build up a cult following. So yeah, man, to do. That's why I've been like, there's only a certain few artists that I could say that I'm seeing regularly put effort in performances and things like that.
Do you think like the setting of a performance makes a difference to your enjoyment? Like, for example, if you're seeing Lil TJ at main stage Wireless, and then you see Lil TJ at the O2 Kentish Town, yeah, or then you see Lil TJ at like a very small, intimate 1,000 people venue in it, like even less, 400 people, like a tiny venue. Which one do you think you would enjoy the most?
I'm enjoying the O2, whatever. I'm enjoying that. No, it does depend though. Because if Young Boy now, as we came to perform in an intimate setting, why? But I'm talking about intimate setting with a man, but I was saying like...
No, it's in that kind of...
like,
yeah, I mean...
Like, if I perform in like a setting where it's like... 1,000 people, he's like, you got the man on the acoustic, man just performing, there's 1,000 people in the crowd. Like, yes, I think
those shows are
that.
crazy. Those shows are
I think I would love. You know what it is? Me as a music man, let me take that back. I would probably prefer if you just had like a small band. If anyone had like a small band, anyone had a small band that just rocked it out and then performed the songs that I listen to day to day. Yeah, that'll stay with me, man.
Yeah,
that'll stay with me. But however, like if you rock out like an O2 arena and that, I don't know. Yeah, it would. I would enjoy it for different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Like I think it depends on what the artist is playing, their catalog, and because you can have, say, Youngboy performing in that intimate venue, and he performs some of his songs, certain songs that really work with that intimate venue, but then he's not going to be performing Make No Sense for 400 people in it. That's like a main stage type, everyone bopping. And
I'm talking about that. It's slow tunes, isn't it? If you got the slow tunes in your locker, then run it up, man. Run it up,
100%.
It's that's a vibe still. That's a proper vibe. I mean, what about you?
I definitely prefer the intimate ones, but like I said, I think it does depend a lot on the artist and their brand and their catalog and all sorts. Because I've seen artists at festivals.
Does depend on the artist. That's what keep.
Yeah, like I've seen them at like not main stage, but a tent at festivals, innit? And they do their thing, and I think a lot of the reason why I really enjoy that is because I'm seeing fucking hundreds of other people with me just vibing, and it's just the feedback.
Oh yeah, it's like when you go to a football match and everyone's on the same side of you. It's like, rah. When you're used to just warring for your team, but then when you're surrounded by your team, it's like mad. But yeah, for example, it does depend on the artist. That's literally the answer to all of that. Because if I saw C-Biz, I'm like, why am I seeing you in some county, in some tent, fam? What do you mean? Like, you better go to the O2 Arena and rock it out now. What do you mean? Like, so, yeah, man. But I think for those that have proper melodic attributes and that, yeah, man, I think therefore the small setting would be good. But a lot of artists need to do, because I think in the indie scene, it's a regular thing to do that. But in the rap scene, and they're like, all right, we don't really get that much. You know what I'm saying? We don't really get the taking time for the memorable things like.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you do. I'd say it's. In the UK, it doesn't happen that much, but like
not that much, yeah.
But there are some artists that have done sort of intimate small shows in it, and those would have been sick. Like I would have loved to go.
Yeah, but there's not many of like the mainstream ones that I know. Like
they don't really do.
They don't really do that. It's just like where the check is, isn't it? And I think it's what all results to of festivals and concerts. It's just to do with money makes the world go around. At the end of the day, man, it's a shame because obviously this is we're music lovers, just like us and our listeners that are listening to this. But it's like that's where we're 20%. I always say we're the 20% of consumers that appreciate little things like that. The 80%, they're just there for like the snap, the Instagram memories, the pictures. They're not. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes, you know what I do? I watch performances from like the 90s and that. I watched like Mary J. Blige performing that. I watched like Lauryn Hill perform. I watched like I even watched anything that it feels like a banger from back then. I watched it. I want to watch it live how it performed. It's just like such a vibe. There's no people snapping.
Yeah, people are really enjoying it, taking pictures with their hearts instead of their fucking phones.
Right, man, I can't like poet in this one.
Come on,
let's come with that. Man, taking pictures of their heart. I always say taking pictures of their eyes, and I must take pictures of their hearts. And that.
Come on, that's what it's all about, bro. You don't have to take a picture with your phone and that.
Yeah, but it's just like when you have that instant access to memorabilia, it's a bit addictive to be like, oh, my phone.
Yeah, because I need to tell someone, I need to post this on my story, I need to post it on my story now. Like
yeah, it's mad. And it's like people are not even, that's social media, and people are not even like trying to live in the moment no more. That's a whole deeper topic, but you get me? Like, people actually live in the moment no more, man. But this is the topic I want to touch back on as well, though, quickly, because this is back to the wireless. Everyone's complaining that there's not enough R&B singers there and that. My thing is, because I think I'm going to put an episode on this year, but R&B singers, for the majority, aren't popping. I'm not saying they're not good. They're just not popping right now. Like, a lot of them aren't. Like, don't sit here and tell me that, like, I don't know, Brent Friars is more popping than the majority of these rappers. No way. Yeah. Like, he's got a good following, he's good, but I'm saying he's not. So that's why they're just thinking for the check. I think they could have got her on there. Her would have been a great choice.
The thing is, there's too many people that, like, from putting on a show, there's too many people that need to make money with putting on a show, right? There's too many people that are getting paid in the way. There's too many mediators. There's too many people involved. And so the more people there are, that naturally I feel like the check needs to be bigger in it, because there's the booking agent, there's the manager, there's the this, that, and the third, there's the security, there's the everything. And I think that's why they really just want to get the biggest and baddest artists on that's going to turn over the biggest thing in it and get people saying, whoa, no way, this guy's in my ends, like, and everyone starts going in it, and that's what's going to turn over that profit for them.
Because I do think there's a conversation to be had about melodic rap just taking over R&B basically, and that is because that's getting, it's becoming more and more apparent, man. Becoming more and more apparent.
I mean, because the vibes are very similar. I'm not going to say the same because I'm not trying to offend no R&B fans, but I'm going to say the vibes are very similar. You can sort of create them vibes, and I feel like the subject matter in that. It's just how I feel like the young artists, the younger people are getting in touch with R&B. I feel like that's what they're sort of getting from it, and mixing with rap being the most popping genre.
You know what it is, yeah. I just feel like a lot of people, because women R&B is always gonna sell, in my opinion. Like, I think it's better than male R&B in my opinion, but it's just that with male R&B, when you got so much guys singing about street stuff, and they don't want to hear guys just and love but for a street aspect, like when you put the streets on R&B, they don't want to go back to hearing just the lovey-dovey R&B from man. You know what I'm saying? I'm an R&B man, so I'll receive it. Sometimes it can come across a bit cringe these days, like for the new R&B artists, it can come across a bit cringe for some artists.
What kind?
Like male R&B, that's modern male R&B,
right.
Like straight pure R&B.
Yeah. I do hear that.
Some guys, it can be a bit corny. I'll be real.
They'll call you a fruitcake. They'll call you a bunch of things. They'll call you a flower man. They'll call you.
But it's not even that. But sometimes they can just come across a bit cringy, like.
Yeah.
So I'd rather. If you're not Chris Brown, Chris Brown's exempt from all this criticism. Yeah, Chris Brown's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But everyone, sometimes for others, it can be a bit cringy. Like, I can't think of anything. I don't really tune into the male R&B scene. I just hear it. But like women R&B, Summer Walker, her, SZA, they're Janae Aiko, they're still doing their thing. Like, they're still hard. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So they should have been on there. I think they could have been on there, but I don't know. Maybe they're just in the lab making albums, because I think they wouldn't have got. Roddy Ricch is not on there. He's probably deep in album mode right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that.
I feel like COVID as well has made a lot of people think twice about necessarily flying out and things. People do. I think a lot of artists might have that on their mind. I don't know. I'm not a lot of artists in it, but
yeah, man, that was that. But yeah, H, what new music are you into right now?
What new music? I'm listening to a lot of SWV.
Okay.
A lot of like just I can't lie, I found them through GTA in it. I was just cruising around. They added that like rain in it to the radio, and I was like, it's a banger. Banger. I took a picture of it. I was like, Jesus.
Banger by there.
Yeah, bro. I'd been going through, but I've been listening to a lot of Pink Floyd, and I think my family members are gonna be happy to hear that. I've been revisiting the old stuff.
Yeah, that's old school, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would listen to Have a Cigar. If you're listening out there, listen to Have a Cigar. Just chill out, and yeah, you'll see what I mean in it.
No, I've been listening to a lot of Kodak.
Oh yeah,
old school Kodak.
Come on,
Project Baby, the album and the song, or the mixtape and the song. That Kodak was just raw, man.
Kodak is the GOAT.
I don't know about that, but
for me at least, I mean, this guy, bro, like. This guy is my age, our age, and he's the emotions he's expressing, like, bruv, it's...
Oh, what's Kodak?
How old is Kodak?
Yeah.
I'm going to say he's, 22, 23? He's a young guy, bro. He's our generation, isn't it?
He's our generation, for
real.
He's
literally our generation, like this, bro.
Yeah, Kodak is young, but he was, like, cold from when he was, like, 16.
Yeah. Ambition, listen to Ambition.
Yeah, when he was 14, innit?
Yeah. Ambition, that's... it's like... called Ambition. I'm 14 and already thinking about death. That's a very deep track from a 14-year-old.
It's mad still, man.
Innit?
I was picking my options them times there.
Bro, mad.
So Kodak, Rod Wave's tape, for me, the best tape this year so far.
Have you listened to Moray's tape?
I took in one song.
I haven't heard it yet, but I'm excited.
I've heard good reviews about it though. People have been telling me to listen to you're like the fourth person now to tell me that. Yeah, Moray's tape. I'm hearing him because obviously I like Quicksand.
Yeah, I'm expecting very, very big things from Moray. Like he's. You
think so? Yeah,
he's cold.
I think
he's very cold.
Moray's cold still, but from the UK now, who am I digging? Let me go to the playlist again. Oh boy. Benny Banks is I've been taking him in his Daily Duppy.
His Daily Duppy, yeah. Hard. Very, very hard.
Hard. I listened to that this morning. Just
a very cold comeback.
He's cold, you know. Like, he's still got it. He's still got it. Like he's got another song called Eye for an Eye. Another song called
Tooth for a Tooth. Yeah, there's the two recent releases.
Like, it's hard. Like he's still good. So yeah, Benny Banks doing his thing.
Schema, We Had Nothing. Check that track out, and that's released a couple weeks ago. So
is that from the Satin to the Skin Fade?
Yeah,
yeah, I heard that one still.
We Had Nothing. Yeah, hard tune. But once again, thank you very much for tuning in.
That was episode 3.
That was episode 3 for you lot, and don't forget to like it, share it around, comment your opinions, comment your thoughts. Let us know your top 3 albums. Let us know what you're listening to. Man. Yeah, let us know what you're listening to. And we have a very special announcement for you for episode 4. We have a very, very special announcement. And yeah, I think that's going to be a great episode. And there's a lot going to be discussed.
Some interesting conversations, some educational conversations coming up as well.
Very, very intellectual shit. So definitely stay tuned for that. And once again, thank you very much. And have a blessed day. Man.